Hello and welcome to Auntie Chats and Tarot. Let's talk to our Geminis. Gemini Nation, let's get a message out to you. Hope everyone's doing well. Please be discerning with these messages. Listen for your golden little nuggets that may be helping you with a problem that you have or a question that you've asked the universe. That's the best in tarot, I think. For any messages that don't apply, just let them go. Go for someone else. Welcome, Geminis. Let's find out what your message is today. Message for Gemini Nation. What do we got here? Ooh, starting out good with the Four of Wands. Gemini Nation. We're looking for messages for our Geminis. Starting out here with the Four of Wands. The messages seem to be kind of tight-lipped, I feel. I feel like the cards are just a little bit tight. Judgment is out here now. So the first thing I'm feeling is someone is finally going to get what they've been waiting for in the area of family, celebrations. This could even be an engagement. I feel like someone's waited a long time for this. There's been judgment on various blockages that have kept you from this, or maybe this is someone that you know. Judgment is here. We'll probably see the wheel turn, but we don't have that out here on the table yet. The Knight of Pentacles. This is stating that this energy has been so long in coming. But also recognize with this that what we're talking about is someone who's reliable that's coming in. You know, they may be slow, but they're not in and out. They're reliable energy. They're going to be very supportive. I believe it is who I'm talking to here. I believe it is what this person has been asking for. It's just been frustrating that it's taken so long. And the reason that I can't really tell you who we're talking to yet, although if you're saying, hey, this is me, then that's what we're doing here. But we don't necessarily have the characteristics out here of a person. We have Judgment, the Four of Wands, celebrations, and the Knight of Pentacles. That is a significant other, I believe, coming in. But for who? But for whom? Messages for our Gemini. Hangman. You've been thinking about this for a long time. You've been looking at this from many different angles. Why isn't this come in? When is this coming in? What can I do to get this going? What have I done to prohibit this from coming in? And I'm seeing the Seven of the Swords is in reverse. So I do believe that oh, and here we have your Emperor. Great. Or you are an Emperor. Yeah. An Emperor is waiting for someone who's moving slowly, but who's going to be well worth the wait. And what's prohibited them here is a lot of deceit and lies, and I believe that's in the choices that they've made, the partners that they've had previously. But I do get a sense with the Hangman that there's been a pause here, and this person has stopped to reflect on choices, reflect on their life, reflect on what they want. Truth comes out, reflect on their truth. Ace of Swords, reflect on a new beginning, what they want exactly. Very clear on what they want as a new beginning. And now I believe we're talking to an Emperor. So there's no better conversation. There is no better masculine card in the deck. He embodies all characteristics of the Four Kings. He's really on top of his game. The Lovers is here. So good choices. That's what an Emperor does. They make good choices. Or it's a choice. I believe this is stating he is making a choice on someone that's taking a long time to come around, or he is making good choices now. Of course, this could also be in the area of love and a lover coming in, which we also see. Ten of Swords, something is ending. And to me, it's backstabbing. It's not being treated, I feel like he always saw his worth or she always saw his worth. Again, there's no gender in tarot. Whoever's resonating here with this Emperor, they knew their worth, but their choices that they were making didn't reflect that back to them. Sometimes we can pick choices that remind us of past people in our lives, parental figures, really any kind of relationship we've had in the past. And maybe that has just been something we didn't have a choice in. So sometimes we pick partners that resemble what we know, but they're not necessarily a good partner, or they're not necessarily a good person to be with in that capacity. But it's just something we kind of do subconsciously because it's familiar. So I feel like this Emperor has been through something along those lines, where he's saying to himself, I know my self-worth. I'm very capable, and I'm very capable of picking well, but why haven't I? I think it's just been basically doing something kind of subconsciously. Now he's no longer doing that. He's really taken a time out to think about making choices more consciously. And with the Three of Wands that's just joined us here, that's showing looking to your future. But this particular Three of Wands, this person is geared up. They come with all this experience, their hair, their braids representing all the experiences they've had. They are knowledgeable, they are wise, and they are looking to their future with both knowledge and wisdom. And nothing will stop them, as well as better choices are going to be made. We see the Five of Cups coming out, and it's on its side. So this talks about moving forward, and this also talks about regret. I think the Emperor has both. What I also like to say always with the Five of Cups is be looking to the cups that haven't spilled. Don't focus in life on the cups that have spilled. Learn from them, and then move forward with the full cups. And in this card, you've got 3 that are spilled and 2 that aren't. Pick up those 2, keep going. One more time with this deck. Any more messages for our Gemini Nation? It's a good message. It's a strong message, solid message, clear message. I think it's clear because the Emperor is clear. Clear on choices, clear on what they want. Clear on what he wants, she, again, whoever resonates with this Emperor. Six of Pentacles, this talks about reciprocation. So yes, I do feel like, and it's followed by an Ace of Cups, so I do feel like it's a new relationship that is on the horizon for this Emperor. It's taken its time getting to its destination, but it really is going to be something that, looking back, it will have been worth it, because the Six of Pentacles talks about reciprocity. It can also talk about overgiving. I think in this case, the Emperor probably did overgive, and now he's looking for a good, even exchange, and that is exactly what is on the horizon. Let's look at another deck here, just for some added messages, and then we'll pull some charms. The Gemini Nation, what other messages do we want to add to this one? Yeah, you're getting the Three of Wands. That's twice now in 2 separate decks. Looking to the future, solid in your choices, very confident, very bold, knowing that you're going to be making wise moves, successful moves. The Four of Pentacles is out on the table now, hanging on to something. An interesting twist. What are you hanging on to here? Hanging on to something. Spirit, more information, please, on this Four of Pentacles. What's being held onto here? I'm hearing self-worth. Self-worth was always the core of this Emperor. They always, no matter what turbulent situations they were in or turbulent experiences they had with other people, turbulent choices they made, They always held on to sense of self and self-worth. And also strength is out here. So they had the strength, no matter what they were facing, to remember who they were, as I often say on this channel, and remembering their self-worth. And that's got them through. That gets us all through. We just have to remind ourselves of that sometimes. And be consistent with that. Ace of Wands is on the table now. This is a new passionate beginning. So yeah, it's a long time coming, but a new passionate beginning is here. Is here. Page of Cups, it's something that could happen serendipitously. Yeah, serendipity is in the air. This is just a good energy of pigs can fly type of energy. So anything is possible. Anything was always possible for this emperor. He's always known it. He just has to put the pieces together in a way that is a good match for him. Maybe not something that he's used to. Like we were talking about past relationships and how we kind of get in the rut. Like, I've dated this person 100 times. They just have a different face. You know, that type. And then when you follow that pattern, sometimes that person reminds you of your dad, or just as an example, or your mom, or your brother, your older brother, you know, that had some sort of influence on you. It's not necessarily a match for you. It just feels comfortable, so you think it's a match. There's a difference. Think about that. Roll that around in your brain for a few days. Okay, any more messages for our Geminis? Five of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. Chaos, conflict. But I'm going to pair it with this Ace of Pentacles, which is behind it, and I'm going to say that we are acknowledging this emperor has come from chaos and conflict. For whatever reason, we've given out a few suggestions to our emperor as to why that may be, because he never lost a sense of self, or, you know, I'm the cat's meow here, you know. And I don't feel like it's an ego thing. I feel it's just a solid, confident thing. But with the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like there's just been a few missteps and not being consciously aware of choices, being consciously aware of the choices you're making, doing them more on a, this is familiar, or I don't even want to say instinctually, but just like the familiarity kind of fools us to a place where we think, oh yeah, this is familiar because this is meant to be. Maybe not. This may be familiar because it's something you've already lived that maybe isn't good for your life. Maybe is even toxic, has been toxic for you. But with the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Wands paired with the Ace of Pentacles, I think we're showing, yes, recognizing the conflict, thinking things through, looking at patterns. Are these patterns good for you or not? Letting things go, moving forward with other ideas, and moving forward in a way that maybe is a little bit uncomfortable because it's new. Maybe it's a little bit uncomfortable. It's new. But is it the right choice? Yeah. Then consult your gut. Your instincts will kick in. Ask your spirit guides. I say that a lot on this channel. The Ace of Pentacles talks about new beginnings. So that's where we're going from. The chaos and the conflict is new beginnings, and it's prosperous. Very prosperous with that Ace of Pentacles. Let's pull some charms. Hold my right hand. Okay, and we've got the Whale. That's abundance. That's also courage, a lot of courage. It's taken this, our emperor, a lot of courage, I think, to look through with a fine-tooth comb all of his choices and why. I think he has done that with our Hangman that we saw. And he will be abundant because he's put in the work. The work is not easy. It's very difficult, as a matter of fact. So stay with it when you're on those paths. Don't let up. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. At the end of the path, there's the light. And then we have the bunny. And bunnies can be, again, very prosperity, talk about prosperity and abundance and money. And so, you know, I think that's really the key message is that message here is that he is putting in the work And that will really help him. You know, walking that dark night of the soul is not easy, but he's looking at patterns. He's looking at where he's fallen out, what hasn't resonated with what he brings to the table. Why have those choices been made? It's been a tough road, or he's in the middle of it, but he's going to come to some very, very prosperous decisions. A lot of enlightenment I'm feeling, and then he in turn will have a prosperous new beginning. Let's talk to our angels. I have a new deck of cards I love. They're called Angel Wishes. So let's get a message here from our angels, and then we'll wrap up. I hope this is resonating. This message is enjoyed and resonated. I hope you're enjoying your time. I thank you for your time here joining me. Let's hear from the Angel Wishes cards. The deck is from Deborah Malone. In Italian, we'd probably say Malone. Deborah Malone, but here in America, it's probably Malone. It's a cute little deck. Ask your inner self the answer to your question. And that's what we've been talking about this whole time. He needs to ask himself these questions. The inner self will know, the gut, the instincts. Let's get one more. Ask your inner self the answer to your question. Yeah, perfect. Perfect summary of what we've been discussing here for our Emperor. One more message here, and that message is, if it doesn't feel right, then the answer is no. Yeah. And I think he's had a lot of experiences like that where it just didn't feel right. But now he's working towards what does feel right. And the answer has been no. And that's why our Knight of Pentacles has taken so long to get to him or her, again, whoever resonates with this Emperor, because they haven't been ready. They didn't realize it all along. They haven't been ready. So now that they are, here comes that wish fulfillment for that person, a romantic partner, I feel, that's really going to make a difference in their life and that they've been wanting for and asking for. That is your message today, Gemini Nation. Thank you for joining me, and always remember who you are and remember your self-worth. We're always doing that on this channel, making that reminder happen at the end. I thank you for those who have supported this channel, and until next time, thank you for joining me.